Hi, and welcome back to the channel. So today I've got just a fantastic greenstone that I'm going to bezel set on a split band ring. So I'll let you take a look at it and we'll get started on it. Here's my greenstone that I have. It's really a great stone. It's got that really crisp, clear finish on the top of the surface of the stone, and it's just got that really nice turtleback pattern that just about everybody's looking for in a greenstone. And on the side you'll notice that it's just a little bit unfinished, and that's typical on a cabochon. You'll see some of that. A lot of times it's expected that it'll be bezel set and it'll be covered. So usually what I'll do first is I'll get the scale out and I'll just get a general weight on the stone. And I like to do that because I like to let the person know who ends up with the piece, you know, how big the stone was exactly. So this one, 4.5 carats, so just about a gram. Anyway, so what I did for this video is I went ahead and I made the bezel ahead of time. And so I just basically roughed in kind of a bezel that we're going to be using for this ring. So there's the bezel, here's the stone. What I've got here, I've just got some wire, and it's just some sterling silver wire. I can show you the dimensions on it, but it's 16 gauge. And if you're ordering it, that's the item number. So anyway, I'm just gonna take it around my mandrel. I've got this old mandrel here. You can hardly see the numbers on it anymore, but I'm gonna make a size 8 ring. Camera so you could see what I was doing here. But I'm gonna take the size 8, right at the size 8 mark here. I'm just gonna hold my thumb on one side, and I'm gonna wrap around once and then twice. Okay, and it looks like it's bigger than an 8. Probably gonna have to make this smaller and then have it open up to an 8. That looks about right. Yeah, it's a little bit of recoil on that sterling. It wants to get bigger than it is. Now it's like an 8.5. Make this a little smaller yet. So, all right, now we're closer to that 8 mark. I'm just going to make sure there's no gaps around the mandrel, and then I'm going to mark it. Right there. Take it off and cut it. Okay, so here's my band that we're going to be using. So I'm just going to actually put this on and clean this up just a little bit more. I'd like it to roll just a little bit nicer, and then I'd like this part to be together. Just like that, kind of like a key ring. I finished kind of messing around with this ring here, and I've got it to where I'd like it. And so you're basically trying to get it to look as symmetrical as possible and lined up as possible. And what I'm going to do is the plan is I'm going to solder this joint together and this joint together, and then later join them together after the fact. But for now I'm just going to join those two joints together. Just going to put some paste, some flux paste right there to join the two with solder. Okay, we did that well. So now I just basically got my ring like that. Now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna let this cool, but I'm just gonna cut that and then reattach that at the bottom. Before we do anything else though, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to open this ring up to get our split look while that's still attached. So I'm just gonna drive this bezeling tool in here and twist to try to open that up a little bit. Gives us a nice split, and then it's even because that's still connected at the bottom. It's even all the way up, and so you get that nice pleasing split look. So then I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and make sure it's even on both sides, and it looks very nice. So that part's good. Just going to go ahead, I'm going to cut this now right here, and there's a little separation there. I'm just going to cut it twice. There's that little piece out of there. Sometimes your flush cutters only cut flush one direction, so I hit it the wrong way. There. So now I've got a nice flush edge that I'm going to solder. Probably will run the file over it first. Pull it apart a little bit. Just trying to work this ring back together. So that it looks flush. And I think that joint will work pretty well. Just like that. Okay, it's time to put some flux on it and solder it back together. It should be pretty good. This time I'm going to hold it the other direction, and so I don't want this solder to run around the front of this, so I'm going to use gravity to hold the solder down at the lower end of the ring. So I'll see if I can get a different shot for you. was really nice. And so here's our band. It's all cooled off. I just have a little bit of cleanup to do right here on the bottom edge of it, but other than that, all in all, it's going to turn out great. So what I have here is the split sort of closed a little bit. So I'm just going to go directly from the top part, just kind of open this back up a little bit. That way I've got that nice split from the top to the bottom. And so now what I'm going to do, I have to determine the orientation, like as much as I can, perfectly straight up. What I usually do is just sort of mark that with a file. And just by looking at it, I'll just mark it with the file, right like that, and like that. That way when I go to the sander, I have a good idea of where the top is and where flat is. Here on the flat lap, what I'm trying to do is just make a little bit of a flat surface right there, just so that the bezel can sit on there nice and flat. Okay, so now you can kind of see it's not really there, but it is there. It's a nice flat surface for that bezel to sit on. So now we've got our two components. We've got our bezel, which I made ahead of time to kind of save time for the movie here. So what we've got our two components, and so that's going to end up looking a lot like that. I'll hold it sideways so you can kind of see. So now you can kind of see the benefit of cutting a flat edge on that part of the split band there. And what that does is it just gives the band a place to sit when I go to solder this together. So you can see this is really quite cleaned off, and so this is ready to solder. And the other part about this is it's a little bit tall for the cabochon. If you look at the two right now, you know, it's a little bit tall. And that's the way I want it for now. When you have more silver, when you have less material there, it's more prone to melting on you. So what I do is I cut that bezel down last after the ring is together. That way there's enough material there so it just doesn't melt into a puddle. Views for you so you could kind of see a little bit better what I'm doing here. But I'm just going to go ahead and apply a little bit of flux paste on the back side of the bezel. And then I'm going to go ahead and set that down on my block like that. I'll get some flux paste here on the ring as well. And I just don't want too much of this because I'd like it to look clean underneath the piece. So I'm trying not to overflux this piece. So then I'm just going to go ahead and set this down, looking for that flat spot. Now you can kind of see the benefit of flattening that part out that we just did earlier. So now what I'm looking for is the orientation, you know, north, south, east, west. I want to make sure that that's correct. I know it's hard from your angle to see, so I'm just letting you know that I'm focused on that right now, trying to make sure that the ring is going to present well when it's finished, and it's going to present that north-south way that I'd like it to look. So at this point, I'm going to put a couple of pieces of solder directly on the piece itself. It's just not going to take that much solder to get this to stick together. So just going to put a little piece on each side here, if I can get it to go. Right there. I can get one on this side. Sometimes you got to have doctor's hands to do this perfectly. That's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, so I am using a graphite block here, and what that does, it really pulls the heat down into the block. Oops, my ring is moving a little bit. It's better. All right. Looks like it flowed well.